Kristian Blummenfelt, I saw you on Strava that you do a 8-day Ironman prep these days. Two questions. How big was the layer of dust on your TT bike and how do you feel?
It wasn't really too dusty because yeah, I keep my bike clean. But yeah, it's been a while since I used it. It was in Finland last year, so been able to do a few rides now on it. So I think the most important thing was to avoid like getting like back pains of just jumping into a 180k race. So yeah, and also getting a little bit used to a little bit longer runs again. So yeah, it will be interesting on Sunday. It's yeah, you can't really fake it through an Ironman. You know, it's a long day at the office. So yeah, I'm feeling sort of excited in one way to just go out there and see how the legs and arms will be, but also know that I need more preparation in order to be at my best over the distance. So I'm glad there is still a couple of months until Kona. So it's a great way to sort of jump back into long course.
You were pretty honest that you were quite disappointed about your result in Paris. Was there any chance to leave that behind and look forward what's coming?
Yeah, I tried to sort of leave it behind, but still, like the thought comes back, and to try to like reflect on what you've done over the last 12 months and the reason why we failed. And yeah, I think it's like obviously a huge disappointment with the race and the build up with the form, but I guess that's how it's supposed to be when you don't perform. So just trying to utilize this as fuel for motivation going into this race and also to Kona. So it's been nice to have something else to put my mind on, but still it's going to take a couple of weeks to get over that race.
What do you expect from the race on Sunday? You have to validate, you have to come to the finish line, be competitive. What's your goals for the race?
Yeah, I hope to have a good day, feel good and be able to pace well. Like it's a complete different game to pace for a 20-minute race like we did in the mixed relay last week compared to close to 8 hours or in that neighborhood in a full distance race. So it's a very different race, but I hope that I can pace well, and yeah, I will probably hit the wall at some stage on the run. We're just running empty, but sort of getting through the first half of the run with okay legs so I can sort of push it on the second half.
There are nearly 20 guys who are already qualified for Kona, so if you validate, you will meet them there again. What do you think? How will it feel to see them in the race and compete with them now?
It will be great to sort of have that group dynamic like you have in the championships with almost like 80 plus guys racing, and to sort of be used to the race ranger again and sort of finding that smooth rhythm. It's a little bit like a rolling or like some rolling course on the bike. So to find that like position on the bike and be relaxed at the power, I think it's going to be it's a good way to come back and sort of get familiar with that again. But hopefully I will get my real test in like almost 3 months or so.
What do you expect from the run? The crowds are famous for really cheering the runners on. What do you expect?
It was actually only 2 months, I think, until Kona, not 3. Yeah, like always in Germany, like the crowds are great. Like we have Hamburg, the short distance race, and you have Roth and Ironman Hamburg and Frankfurt. Like the Germans, they always support the events, and that's also great. That the fact that I'm here racing in Germany, and I was actually looking forward to racing Frankfurt 3 years ago, but luckily back then I was able to perform a little bit better in the Olympics, so I got a wild card. So it's nice to sort of be able to come here and do like one of the more iconic races we have in Europe.
I think the fans will be glad to see you racing on Sunday. Thank you, Kristian.
Thank you.